Hey everyone, Shabba here and welcome back to another random match here on WWE 2K18. This one was suggested by Han M, and it is going to be Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles. And I have downloaded an arena for it. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have to have a look and see if it is right. But if it is right, it's going to look really cool. If it's not, that's not bad. Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, so it is the classic TNA arena. It's not great, don't get me wrong, but it's not bad. And it's just what it is, isn't it? It's got classic TNA, you've got Samoa Joe, you've got AJ Styles, you've got to go for it, haven't you? I don't know. I feel like the arena... the problem we're having at the moment, I think it's happened with quite a few different cores now. Wrestlers as well as arenas and so forth. You download them from Community Creations and for some reason, although it shows the logos, the logos seem to disappear off of people. And I've had this problem recently with a Prince Puma core I downloaded. I downloaded it, it looked perfect, and then when I actually looked at it in game, it was just a guy wearing a full yellow attire. All the logos had gone off his body, so that was a bit annoying. So yeah, I'm not quite sure whether some of the logos might be missing from this. It looks okay. God, this is TNA before they branded to the blue and all sorts. But of course, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? And that's what you got to go for, a classic action here between two of TNA's real names. If it wasn't for these two guys, would TNA be where it is now? That's the question. Granted, TNA is still, I don't know. People have been saying it's been dying for years, and it always seems to survive just about. It's like a cockroach, isn't it? No matter what happens to it, it still manages to survive. But without these two guys, I don't think it would ever be anywhere near where it is now, to be honest. And it's the same with a few people as well. You think with the likes of, who else is there? Well, Kurt Angle's a massive exponent in that roster, wasn't he? Really, he was one of the parts that really brought a lot of people over. And even Christian did really well, actually, bringing people over. Christian actually, that was the first place he ever had a main event run, wasn't it, in TNA? Which is pretty cool. There's a, I don't know, who's it? Christopher Daniels as well, he did pretty well. CM Punk was in TNA for a very short period of time. I think before it was starting to be televised weekly in the UK, CM Punk was there. Along with the likes of Raven and so forth. And there's a little period of time when they had Rob Van Dam and that as well. They had a pretty good roster at some point, but obviously, I think the whole tester thing with Hulk Hogan and Bischoff and all them sort of guys just really killed the company a bit. They had Ric Flair, didn't they, as well, for a long period of time. They had a lot of good names on that roster. But here we go then. Old school TNA arena for a little bit of Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles. I've lost the ability to talk again. Of course, like I said earlier on, this one has been suggested by Han M. And of course, if you guys want to have one of your matches made on this channel, then please do put your ideas in the comment section down below. I write them all down in little slips of paper and they go into a big hat, and then before I record one of these videos, I literally just pull a name out the hat, a random match. I've got no control over it. I'll only ever redraw if I've not got a core available for it. That's the only other time I would ever redraw. And then your match, if you've not got the core available, your match will just go back in the hat. But I don't think that's happened to anybody so far. I think nobody's asked for anything too out of the box. And even if you do, we should be able to get it eventually, to be honest. And here we go then. We had a really good match a couple of days ago, of course, with Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar. It'll be interesting to see whether these two guys here can follow that up. And I'm pretty sure they probably can. Look at them. It's AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, for God's sake. So Styles throwing Joe into the ropes. Nice drop kick, taking Joe down. There's the pin. Nope. Nope. Rope break. I'm not quite sure if I like the just this side of the ring just being a black bit. I'd rather have the TNA logo on there, to be honest. But of course, I don't know if you remember the really old TNA arena. It really confused me when I started watching it because I'm pretty sure it had two different entrances there. One entrance on one side and one entrance on the other side. Then am I right in thinking that, or have I got like a butterfly effect thing going on here? Not butterfly effect, Mandela effect. Is that correct? They're one on either side? I think so. Styles is stalking Samoa Joe. Joe catching him with a back elbow. Now Joe taking Styles up onto his shoulders, dropping him face first. And Joe has really been in control of this match. Every time Styles tries to get a little bit of offense, Joe just has that little bit extra in the locker just to take him down. Joe now bringing Styles back up. Snap suplex. Joe now dropping out. Oh no, I think he was going to go for a headbutt, but Styles caught him with a back elbow, and there's a step up Enziguri taking Joe down as well. Styles heads to the outside, now willing Samoa Joe back up to his feet. Springboard. Blockbuster, nice. Shades of the late great, not late, is it? Shade, not great either. Shades of Buff Bagwell. Shades of the late great Buff Bagwell. Half of the last ever main event for WCW Nitro. Almost said Mayhem there for a second. Joe now taking AJ Styles down. Nice clubbing blows to the back of Styles. Now bringing Styles up, looking for a fall-away slam maybe. Nope, got a power slam into the corner, just launch him across the ring. And let's say Joe's just been in control of this one. His strength just always seems to have that little bit of an edge ahead of AJ Styles. Styles now dragging Joe across, dropping him with a snapmare. And an elbow in the top of the head as well. Again, Styles bringing Joe back up. On the shoulders. There it is, the Yurigoroshi. Oh my god, I think I got it right. Yurigoroshi. That is right, isn't it? And Styles now signaling for it. Looking to go for a phenomenal forearm. I think Joe sold that, but I don't think Styles really hit as much as he wanted to. There's the pin. 1, 2. And no, Samoa Joe kicked out. AJ Styles be a little bit surprised they didn't finish that match off. Dropping the double elbows. Now, is the phenomenal forearm, is that a finisher maneuver or is that a signature? Because if it's not a finisher, then he might just have a Styles clash in the wings waiting. Joe. I've not seen Joe on this game at all, you know. Oh, there's nice. Nice bit of vintage Samoa Joe. Dropping the boot in the side of the head. Yeah, I've not seen Joe on this game yet hit a single muscle buster. It's like he always seems to go for, he always goes for the Coquina clutch instead. Joe now bringing Styles back up. There's the snapmare. Taking Styles down and, oh. AJ catching Styles. Oh, AJ caught Styles with that big elbow as AJ catching Styles. AJ catching Joe with the big elbow as Joe was going for him. And that has actually busted Samoa Joe open. Knee in the face of Joe once again. Styles just trying to open that wound up by the looks of it. Springboard 450 by AJ Styles, and all of a sudden Styles is now in control of this match. It was all Samoa Joe early on, and now it's all AJ Styles. Well, he says, commentator's curse there. Joe now, big back senton, flattening AJ Styles. A boot on the chest as well, and another one. Joe now just staring at some guy in the crowd there before locking in the head scissors. And big elbows himself. I have to think about using some of the new match types in this game, won't we? Maybe like the First Blood type and best 2 out of 3 falls, Iron Man. All these are different match types we can use now. Of course, if you have any ideas for those special match types you like to use in your random matches, then again, let me know in the comment section below. If you want to do, say, I don't know, was it Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Kane in the First Blood match years ago? If you want to see that sort of match or anything like that, then do let me know. Submission match or 2 out of 3 falls. I've got a few 2 out of 3 falls. I think I've got one that was suggested the other day, which was a 2 out of 3 falls tables match, which looks pretty cool actually. I have to give that a try at some point. There's the pin by Samoa Joe in there for a 2 count. Joe bringing Styles back up to his feet. Into the corner. Oh, I thought we might see it. Oh, we might still see it. Come on, we have not seen a muscle buster for ages. Is this a muscle buster? No, it's not. It's a super butterfly suplex by the looks of it. Oh, what a move. And Joe just backs away into the corner. He just take a brief rest. Of course, it's very strenuous, the stuff that he's doing as well there. That super butterfly suplex takes a lot out of Joe. He does drop from more or less the same height as AJ and takes quite a bit of damage himself. AJ taking Joe down. Looking for the underhook brainbuster. A signature maneuver from all of those in Bullet Club. Of course, Finn Balor uses that as well. And AJ Styles uses that. That's why it was such a big move when it came to AJ versus Finn, of course, at TLC. We saw quite a bit of that, and same as this, the 1916, again a move that both AJ and Finn Balor both used when they were part of Bullet Club, both bringing it to WWE with them. AJ now, what's he going for here? He's going to drop a boot right in the gut of Samoa Joe. AJ bringing Joe back up to his feet. And I thought he might be looking for this, rolling Samoa Joe through into a calf crusher. Well, calf crusher WWE or calf killer elsewhere, and Samoa Joe tapped out. Wow. You weren't expecting Samoa Joe to tap out, were you? And there we go then. AJ Styles is victorious. Remember, again, ranking points were available. Both these guys are on adrenaline, so that's a big swing here for AJ Styles. Means he gains 5 points while taking 5 points away from one of his championship rivals, Samoa Joe. And of course, both these guys will be involved in the main event of our first Adrenaline pay-per-view in that fatal 4-way Iron Man match that PJ Toby has lined up. Both these guys alongside Austin Aries and Bobby Roode. That was it, a fatal 4-way Iron Man match. So great work from both these guys. But it is AJ Styles who is victorious. So once again, thank you to Han M for your suggestion for this match, mate. It's a great idea. Of course, if anyone else has any other suggestions, please do drop them down in the comment section down below. And yeah, of course, if you have enjoyed this one, please do like it. And if you want to see some more, then hit that subscribe button as well. And of course, there is a link in the description for our Universe Mode playlist as well, where you can see all these guys wrestling quite a lot more in some very interesting matches, fighting for the championship as well. It's a completely unique Universe Mode that we've made compared to anyone else on YouTube. So definitely worth a look. Myself and PJ Toby have made for you. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon for our next episode of a 2K18 random match. And I'm gonna go away and try and find my ability to talk again. Bye. Bye.